Hello everyone, welcome to Susila Max. Today we are going to see the relations and functions exercise 1.1 seventh problem. It's given show that the relation R in a set of all books in the library of a college, and R is the relation which is given as a ordered pair x comma y, and such that x and y have a same number of pages. X and y have a same number of pages. Okay, this is given. So, to prove this is a equivalence relation, we have to take first reflexive. So, in reflexive, we are going to have both the entries a comma a. That is a procedure. Here we have to take the books x and x. Have same number of pages. And therefore x comma x, since it is x comma y have same number of pages, then x comma y belongs to R. That is a given. So here it is x comma x belongs to R. Therefore R is reflexive. R is reflexive. Then next we are going to have a symmetric. So in symmetric, we have to consider if it is a comma b belongs to R. If you interchange b comma a, that means a and b, if you interchange b comma a must also in or the same R, then we can say that is symmetric. In this, if x comma y belongs to R, the books x and y have same number of pages. Same number of pages. So from this it is clear books y and x have same number of pages. So this implies y comma x also belongs to R, and therefore it is R is symmetric. Next we are going to prove transitive. The third condition, transitive. In this we know that it is a comma b belongs to R, and then b comma c belongs to R, then that implies it is a comma c belongs to R. Okay, so in this the same we are going to have, it is instead of this we are going to have the books, isn't it, x comma y. If x comma y belongs to R, that implies books x and y have same number of pages. And then next we have to consider y comma x belongs to R. That implies books y comma z. Books y and z have same number of pages. Here it is xy, it is yz. So that it is from this, we can conclude that it is y and z how this, it is X and Y have the same number of pages, Y and Z same number of pages. If we compare with this two, then we can conclude it is books X and Z have the same number of pages. That implies, okay, this two, and then we have to compare these two. So X comma Z belongs to R. Therefore, R is transitive. And hence, R is an equivalence relation. We proved all the three conditions. So, R is an equivalence relation. Here, the eighth one showed that the relation R in a set A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is given, and R, which is the A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And R is given A comma B, ordered by A comma B, such that it is modulus A comma B is even. Is the equivalence relation. And we had to prove first, we had to take a reflexive. And it is given, show that all the elements 1, 3, 5. If we have only the selecting odd numbers 1, 3, 5 related to each other, if we select that A, B, both the numbers from this one 1, 3, 5, then you see the difference. Suppose if it is 1, 3, 5, the difference of this, it is, suppose if we have 3 minus 1, then it is modulus of 2, that is equal to 2. If we have selecting the last 2, which is 5 minus 3, then also it is 2. Even if we have 3 minus 5, that is modulus of minus 2, then that one which is also, which is equal to 2. So, you see, if you have any numbers, even if it is 1 and 5, okay, 1 minus 5, which is modulus of minus 4, that is equal to 4. So, it is all these are even numbers if we have the picking up the odd numbers from this set. And if we select the even numbers from this one, 2, 4, we know that the difference of those two, okay, which is always, it's even. Okay, so it is related to each other. But no element, this one, here it is odd and it is even. If we have the difference of those two, odd and even, automatically we know that we'll get a odd number. So, if a odd number set, it will satisfy. If it is a even number set, then that is satisfied. But if it is odd and even are not related, okay, these two sets are separate sets. If we have only the odd number set, we can prove that is a even. We'll get a minus B modulus, which is even. And if we select the even numbers from this one, then also we can prove. But there is no relation between this odd and the even. If we choose any number from this odd number and this even number, then automatically the difference of those will give only the odd number, that will not satisfy. Okay, so that we can prove the reflexive first of all. So reflexive, we know that it is a for any A belongs to this A, okay, capital A. From this one we can have a okay, any element. Then if we have the modulus of A minus A, for example, if we select 2 minus 2, then that is equal to 0. If we have 3 minus 3, okay, whatever that odd number set or a even number set, then the difference of those which is equal to 0, which is automatically this one is a even. Okay, this is even. So from this it is clear A comma A, that is belongs to R for all A belongs to this set A. Okay, then therefore it is R is reflexive. R is reflexive. Then next we are going to prove symmetric. In symmetric we have to select the two elements A and B. Let us take A comma B belongs to the given set A, capital A, and it is A comma B, ordered pair A comma B belongs to R. Then A minus B modulus is even. And if we have it's B minus A, for example, it is 5 minus 3. Then we'll have this 2 and 3 minus 5, that is also 2. Okay, so it is modulus of B minus A is also even. And that implies B comma A belongs to R. B comma A is also belongs to R. And therefore, it is clear R is symmetric. And next we'll have it is transitive. In transitive we have to consider three elements. Let A, B, C belongs to A. Let A comma B belongs to R and B comma C belongs to R. Then A minus B modulus is even. We know that. And like that, here it is B minus C is even if either both are even or both are odd. If you have both are even or both are odd, then automatically the modulus of this A minus B and B minus C is even. Either both A and B, like that B and C, these numbers must be either all these are odd. ABC must be odd or ABC must be even. Okay, first case, if it is, suppose it is B is even. The common element B which is even, then it is, let us consider A comma B belongs to R and B comma C belongs to R. That means this is since B is even, the difference of this A minus B is belongs to R means A minus B is even. So automatically this A and C must be even. Okay, so the difference of this is A minus B is even. We consider B is even. So A comma B belongs to R means A minus B is even. That is the meaning. And like that, here it is modulus of B minus C which is even. Okay, that is the meaning. And automatically this modulus, the difference of the modulus is even means this A and this C must be the even number. Otherwise, we will not get this modulus values even. No? So, this is A and C must be even. A and C is even. Look at this one. Here it is we know it is 2 comma 4 or given. If it is modulus of 2 minus 4, you know that this is equal to modulus of minus 2, and that is equal to 2. If we have this 4 even 4 minus 2, then that is modulus of 2, this is equal to 2. So you see, the difference is even means automatically both the numbers should be even. So we consider B as even, so that this A and C must be even. And so it is A and C is even, and then it is modulus of this one, it is A minus C, which is also A minus C is even, and that implies A comma C belongs to R. We proved this condition. Then we'll move on to the next. It is case 2. If it is B is odd. If B is odd, then we know that it is, let us consider A comma B belongs to R and B comma C which is belongs to R. Then this means the difference of that is even. Isn't it? A comma B belongs to R means the modulus of A minus B is even. We know that this is a condition. And here also B minus C is even. That means we consider this B as a odd. B is odd. So automatically this A and C must be odd. We will get if a odd number minus a odd number only, we will have the even. If it is suppose this is even difference, if it is suppose you have this one, it is a even number, even difference odd will give only the odd number, so that it is clear A and C both must be the odd number. Then only we'll have the difference of that as even. A and this implies A and C are odd. And therefore this implies the difference A minus C is even, and that implies A minus C belongs to R. Therefore, from these two cases, it is clear R is transitive. Hence, we proved all the three conditions. Hence, R is an equivalence relation. And we know that the difference of, for this one, it is the difference of two odd natural numbers is always even. Like that, the difference of two even natural number is always even. If we have the difference of this odd and even, then we will not get a even, so that it is not no element in this one which is related to this set. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 5, which is an odd number set, and this is the even number set. So these two sets are not related. Here in the ninth sum, it is A as a set in which it is x belongs to the integer such that it is x lies between 0 and 12. So 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 12. The first subdivision or is the relation A comma B as ordered pair such that modulus of A minus B is a multiple of 4. Is a multiple of 4. Whatever we are considering, the difference of that must be a multiple of 4. Okay. So first we'll take a reflexive. So in reflexive, we are going to have both the entries, both the elements must be same. Here, let us take A belongs to capital A. Okay, that means that lies between 0 to 12. Any one of the number 0 to 12. But it is, if we have this modulus of a minus b, since it is where for reflexive you have to take both must be same. It is a minus a, that is equal to 0, isn't it? And is a multiple of 4. This is multiple of 4. Therefore, this is a comma a, which is belongs to R, and hence R is reflexive. R is reflexive. Next is second subdivisions. Here we are going to have symmetric. Since it is a modulus, if when we have the two numbers, if we take a difference of those which is a multiple of 4, and if interchange the places of that a and b, then also the modulus values there since, and we'll have it is also the multiple of 4. Okay, so let us take a comma b belongs to a, and the ordered pair a comma b belongs to R, and that implies modulus of a minus b is a multiple of 4. This is multiple of 4. And if we have b minus a modulus is also multiple of 4. And that implies b comma a belongs to R. And therefore R is symmetric. Next, we'll have the transitive. Third condition. In this, we know we have to consider three elements. Let us take A, B, C belongs to A. And A comma B belongs to R. And B comma C belongs to R. That means the modulus, difference of the modulus both are multiple of 4. We know that it is, since it is belongs to R, it is modulus of A minus B is a multiple of 4. And similar way, modulus of B minus C is a multiple of 4. So, if we add these two, modulus of A minus B plus modulus of B minus C, then it is modulus of A minus B plus B minus C. This minus B plus B getting cancelled, and it is modulus of A minus C. So, here is C. It is A minus B is a multiple of 4. B minus C is a multiple of 4. Then this implies modulus of A minus C is a multiple of 4. And that implies A minus A comma C is belongs to R, and therefore R is transitive. And hence R is an equivalence relation. Now let us see the second subdivision. It is given R is A comma B such that A which is equal to B. Both the entries are same. That is given. So for this we have to take first reflexive. The second subdivision we have tried given, no. So it is R is given is A comma B and such that A is equal to B. So in this it is given A set is actually 0 to 12. Okay, here it is given X belongs to the integer 0 to 12. So here see it is A which is actually it is 0 to 12. So we can have it is 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 12. But it is given, it is actually given both are same. In ordered pair, both must be same. So, whatever we are taking in this R, the relation R, the ordered pair A comma B such that A is equal to B. That means both the entries what we are taking must be same. It is 0 comma 0, 1 comma 1. And it is if we have 2, 2, then 3, 3, 4, 4 like that up to it is 12, 12. Then from this we have to take a reflexive. So reflexive automatically we know that it is the A comma A belongs to it is R. So here it is let us take A belongs to A. Okay, any element A from this set A and it is with the condition A which is equal to A. Okay, both here it is we are having the OR which is all the ordered pairs are equal entries, both the elements are equal. So it is A comma A, it belongs to R. That implies R is reflexive. R is reflexive. Then next term we'll have symmetric. In symmetric, let us take A comma B belongs to R and that implies A which is equal to B. If A is equal to B, then this is clear B which is equal to A. Okay, both entries, or if it is A is B, A and B are equal, that implies B and A are equal. It is automatically it is true. So this implies it is A comma B belongs to R, then A is equal to B. From this it is clear B comma A belongs to R. Therefore, it is R is symmetric. If A comma B belongs to R, then it is with the given condition. It is with the given condition A is equal to B. So, if we interchange these two, B is equal to A, then it is B comma A belongs to R. That is the meaning. So, therefore, R is symmetric. Then we'll prove the next condition. It is transitive. In transitive, let us take A, B, C belongs to A. And A comma B belongs to R and B comma C belongs to R. Then this implies A is equal to B. And here it is B is equal to C. And from this it is clear it is A which is equal to C. This is equal to this one and A is which is equal to here it is A is equal to B and B which is equal to C means automatically A and C are equal. This implies A comma C belongs to R. Therefore, R is transitive. R is transitive. And we proved all the three conditions and hence R as an equivalence relation. And one more question is there. and it is given, and find the set of all elements related to 1 in each case. Related to 1 in each case. Okay, that is the another question. So for the first one, it is the required related set, which is actually, we know that it is 1 we have to consider. The question is, it is related to 1 is given. So that it is, the difference must be, it's given the modulus of the difference is a multiple of 4. So that it is 5 comma 1. If we have the difference, then it is 5 minus 1 is 4. And the modulus, and it is 1 comma 5. Okay, if we have this 5 comma 1, modulus of that one is 4. If we have 1 minus 5, then also it is modulus of minus 4, that is also plus 4. So it is differences, that one. And we can have like that, 9 minus 1 is 8. It's a multiple of 4. Then it is 1 comma 9. Like that we can have, it is next, it's up to it is 12 is given, but we don't have the difference of multiples character. If we have, it is 10. Okay, if we have 10, then it is, you see, 1 comma 10. The difference is 9. Okay, it is not multiple. Like that, if we have 1 comma 11, the difference is 10. It is not multiple of 4. And if we have 1 comma 12, the difference is 11. So it is not a multiple. So that we can have only this pair. Okay. So this is our answer for the first subdivision. And we'll have the second one. Second one, it is actually A and B are equal sets. Okay, that is the second subdivision. Since it is related with 1, so that we know that it is 1 comma 1. Since it is, this set is, we can have, it is a required set. The required set is 1 comma 5 comma 9. And in this, the required set is 1. Okay, this is our answer. Here, the first one, it is symmetric, but not neither reflexive nor transitive. If we have the perpendicular lines, it's R is a relation, or is actually perpendicular lines. Set of all perpendicular lines. If we see, it is L1 and L2, or let us consider L1. L1, L2 and L3, 3 lines in this, for this problem. You see, it is L1 and L2 are perpendicular. If we have a reverse, L2 and L1 are perpendicular, so that it is symmetric. Okay, symmetric is satisfied. But if we have the particular line L1, it is not perpendicular to itself. Like that, L2 is not perpendicular to itself. And if it is something L3 is there, here it is L1 is perpendicular to L2, L and then L1 is perpendicular to L3, but you see, this L2 and L3 are not perpendicular. It is actually parallel. And from this, it is clear, this condition, which is perpendicular line, satisfy symmetric, but neither reflexive nor transitive. Okay. So first of all, we'll have, it is symmetric. Since we are going to prove that one, so symmetric. L1, L2 belongs to R, and it is L1 is perpendicular to L2. That implies L2 is perpendicular to L1. So that therefore R is symmetric. And then reflexive. Second, we'll have reflexive, or we can prove one by one in order: reflexive, symmetric, and then transitive. It is reflexive. Here we know that L1 is not perpendicular to itself. In reflexive, we had to, it's like a mirror image, we had to compare L1 with L1. So not perpendicular to L1. So it is R is not reflexive. Then we'll prove transitive. Here L1 is perpendicular to L2, and then L2 perpendicular to L3, but L1 is not perpendicular to L3. Here we have L1 is perpendicular to L2. L2 is perpendicular to L3. Look at this two. L1 and this L3 are parallel. It is not perpendicular. Okay. So therefore it is clear R is not transitive. And then look at the second subdivision. It is we are going to prove transitive. It is transitive but neither reflexive nor symmetric. The relation R, which is actually ordered pair x comma y, such that x is greater than, or we can have less than. Okay, you can take either greater than sign or less than, both we can prove the same thing. Here it is, first of all we have to take a reflexive. It is the particular element x cannot greater than x, isn't it? So it is x greater than x is not true. It is actually false, isn't it? Both are same. So therefore it is R is not reflexive. Then second one, second will prove. It is actually, we want to prove symmetric. If we have, it is x is greater than x is greater than y, then this implies x comma y belongs to R. And it is any number. Suppose if it is, you can have, it is 5 is greater than this 2. But it need not implies that 2 is greater than 5. It is not true, isn't it? So it is y is not greater than x. So it is y comma x not belongs to R. So therefore it is R is not symmetric. Then we'll prove the next case, that is the transitive. So let us take x y, z belongs to R. If we have x comma y belongs to R and y comma z belongs to R, this implies x is greater than y and this y is greater than z. For example, if we have it is 5 greater than this 3 and this 3 is greater than 1. This is x, y, z. Now we have to compare these two x and z. It is automatically true. 5 is greater than 1. So from this it is clear x is greater than z. That means x comma z belongs to R. So in this greater than or even you can have this, if you consider the less than, we can prove the same thing. So from this it is clear this is transitive or is transitive, and we proved it is not neither reflexive nor symmetric, but it is transitive. Here the third subdivision, reflexive and symmetric but not transitive. Third one, here we are going to have it is friend of or is a friend of so first of all we had to take reflexive. X is a friend of X. So therefore R is reflexive. Everyone is a friend of himself. So it is, we know that it is reflexive. And then we had to take a symmetric. If X is a friend of Y, then X comma Y belongs to R. And that implies Y is a friend of Y is a friend of X. So automatically this Y comma X belongs to R. Therefore R is symmetric. Then next it is we are going to check for a transitive. If X is a friend of Y, then that implies X comma Y belongs to R. And then if Y is a friend of Z, then that implies Y comma Z belongs to R. But this X and Y are friends. Y and Z are friends. We cannot say it is X and Z are friends, no? So therefore it is X and Z need not be friends. So therefore it is X comma Z not belongs to the given set R. Therefore it is not transitive. Then the fourth one, reflexive and transitive but not symmetric. Or is a relation is greater than or equal to. So first of all, we had to take a reflexive. It is clear x is greater than or equal to x is true. It is equal. Then it x is equal to x. Therefore, R is reflexive. Next we'll have symmetric. If x is greater than or equal to y, then x comma y belongs to R. But y is not greater than or equal to x. So x comma y comma x not belongs to R. That implies R is not symmetric. And then we'll have the next one, transitive. Here we are going to have the three elements x. Let us take x, y, z belongs to R. So if we have x comma y belongs to R, that implies x is greater than or equal to y. And then if it is y comma z belongs to R, that implies here it is y is greater than or equal to z. So if we compare these two, it is x is greater than y and y is greater than this z, automatically it is clear. This implies x is greater than or equal to z. Therefore, this x comma z belongs to R and therefore it is transitive. In this set, it is reflexive is not true since it is 1 comma 1 not belongs to R. Therefore, it is not reflexive. We are considering this set and then we'll have symmetric. In symmetric, if we have it is taking 3 comma 2, then it is 2 comma 3 is there. And it is 3 comma 3. If you interchange that, the same thing like that here also. So therefore it is symmetric. And if we have, we are going to check for a transitive. Let us consider if it is 3 comma 2 belongs to R and it is 2 comma 3 belongs to R, then here it is these two are same, no? And look at this one, it is 3 comma 3 which is also belongs to R. If we have any other pairs like this, it is 2 comma 3 and then it is 3 comma 3, 2 comma 3, which is also the same thing. And like that, if you have 3 comma 2, 2 comma 2, then it is 3 comma 2 is there. So therefore this implies it is transitive. It is not reflexive, but it is transitive and it is symmetric. Thank you.
Like, share, subscribe.